over what's happening in this realm beyond their own mouth or their own social media platform. Why would anybody step forth and play or center themselves like they the master? If you asking about that, well, then that was his deception. He should never done. You understand? Everybody ran off. So then it's like, okay, I've been paying attention. Y'all forget, I'm the watcher. I watch everything. I watch every single thing. If people don't understand it, I'll say it again. I watch. I see y'all. The ones who think I don't see them, I see you. Listen, if you see me, right, I see you. You know what I mean? If I come to you, chances are I've already been watching you. I'm 40 steps ahead of you. If I approach you, you already were in my scope. If I speak on you, you've been watched. I got a file on you. And I know y'all don't understand what a file is. So a file for some people means, you just think about, no, I got files on people, meaning videos, screenshots, things that have been said that you will not be able to deny that you said. I hear everything, right? And I say, let me see, give me a window seat. And I get led right to what I need to hear. I already knew who Real Kaya was. I've been on who this person was. Anybody who come up under Rashad Jamal, I watch them. Anybody who came up YP, I watch them. And I pay attention to how they all over the place. I just did. They all over the place. I already knew who that was, though. But I also pay attention to the fact that y'all play this game like the government watching y'all. As in, not to say that nobody's being watched, as in to say that what y'all are presenting is so valuable that the government is really going to shut you down or some shit like that. They already shut down who they said they were going to shut down. For that purpose. Let me explain to you something. You can't play like you're E.T. You can't play like you some avatar, which was a Hindu word that meant you descended from the higher planes and came into the earth. The CIA, the FBI, they already know that exists. They have ways to monitor that. They already know who's who. They know who they can do what to and who they can't do what to. They already know all of that. They know. They know the same reason why they wouldn't allow for Malachi to have contact with anybody for the whole year of 2003. Because they read the holy tablets and they saw all of the astronomical prophecies lining up. They paid attention to his prophecy of 2030. That's where you get the 2030 from Man from Planet Risk. Y'all haven't inspired a single movie. The movies that y'all seeing that's so advanced from Inception on down, all of that's coming from Malachi. The knowing movie, Malachi. And if you don't know that the CIA is behind the movie industry, then you don't get why I'm bringing that up. Someone who speaks out and changes the realm really changes the realm. So do the math. If all of these people that y'all done glorify is only branch offs of one person, then what the fuck are they really changing? What are they really changing? This is where you have to break the delusion. What is it that changed? You can't speak vaguely to somebody who was there, born into the most conscious movement that ever happened on this planet. I was born into it. We went through all of the schools of thought. We covered all grounds. All right. We were exposed to all type of supernatural shit at a very young age. And none of our parents told us we were crazy. We weren't given no spell of religion. We weren't told to just worship some Jesus. We came in, boom, immediately ascending to that level. And me, being who I am, I was curious about everything. So I asked a lot of questions and I watched and paid attention to everything. I wasn't just on Tamaray. I was building pyramids on Tamaray in the sand at 2-3 years old. An aerial view of Tamaray. And I didn't even know what the aerial view looked like. I was there. Experiencing all time. Yeah, supernatural. I was visited by beings when I was 4 years old. And my mama didn't tell me I was crazy. So she didn't shut down that part of me that allowed for me to be open enough to understand and see. I didn't just go through the conscious school, as y'all call it, or the spiritual school. I went through the school of the streets. I know how the streets breathe. I know if a nigga finna rob you or not. I went through that school too. I went through corporate school. I studied how they think. I paid attention. I would read books and manuals, like when I was an auto sales consultant, that allowed for me to see how the psychology was set up to even sell cars. Because that translates to everything that's happening in this realm. The path of least resistance, I learned about that. All of the different type of psychology that the salespeople use. You don't know that before they become a salesperson, that they want to become a successful one, they read the salespeople Bible, salesperson Bible, go look it up. They'll read it and study your brain and study how you will respond to stimuli. You understand? So I'm not spiritual community. I'm not streets. I'm not corporate. I'm not religious. I'm a watcher. You go and look on SoundCloud and you see Faise One. All right, type in Faise space one. This was back in 2015, right? There was a mixtape that I put out called Letters from a Watcher. Letters from a Watcher. I was 15. This was years ago. And I put 13 tracks on it intentionally. 13. Spoke all different type of sacred order lingo on it. And I used to tell the brothers in high school, right, while I was explaining to them, all of this is about what you will become. The symbol that you're looking at when I released the book Rehab, what I mean by that. But there's a sacred code. Wait a minute. I'm not building it from the top. They thought we were saying build it from the top because our top would have been the bottom would have been the top. Foundation of that spirit, right? Then if you build that from the bottom, it wouldn't be said as Merkaba. It would be said as Ba Ka Mir. And that it means to be quiet or silent or cautious. The moment that you walk into the Masonic towers or through the pillars, you learn about being cautious and silent. You understand? And then it goes to Mir, which also is similar, speaking on in terms of silence or observance, but also Mir as in the pyramid. You don't build it from the top. You literally do build it from the bottom of a foundation. It's a science, a sacred that people didn't understand. You understand? So I would teach this in school. I'm a watcher. I pay attention to everything. It's not the only thing I do either. I don't just watch, but I pay attention to every single thing that's going on. You understand? I don't know how it's glitching. I don't even understand. I don't know why. It shouldn't be glitching. I don't understand that. But yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because if you walk with me, you know what's happening right now. If you don't, you just keep listening. All right? I keep trying to show y'all. So you got to go to my clubhouse, Faise One. All right? And you got to really pay attention. Conscious Community Hot Topics. There's one of that. Is the conscious community sending people to hell? All right? You got to go to that one. And you'll listen. I said these things were going to happen. I laid it all out. Right? So here's the basics. The basics is you denied the master teacher. You denied him. And you intentionally did it. That's why people like Real Kaya only saying his name now. And I know why that is. Because she's watching my page. All of them watching. It's like you gotta be out your mind to think that there's a single person in the spiritual community, as you call it, because there is a community, it's a religion, And there's a community. They have temples, they have buildings, they have gathering spots and places and all of that. Things that they say, things that they do, rituals. You got to be out your mind to think that there's anybody with a platform in that community that doesn't know who I am. Right? And they would have all rocked with me. Listen, all of them would have rocked with me if, for one, I didn't speak and push forth Malachi. And for two, if I would have came up under Rashad Jamal's toes. Then they will rock with me. If you pay attention, all of them are the same. From Rail Chosen to all of you, they all come up under the toes of these people who have, in one way, shape, form, or fashion, slighted the master teacher. So if you go and watch the video on Real Kaya page, whatever the fuck the page is, Real Kaya 5, whatever, you will pay attention to the live, and you will see that the moment that her energy shifts is when she brings up Malachi. She mentions Malachi's name. That's when her energy shifts. She starts standing up and moving around. What is it with y'all? What is it with y'all? Now, I don't have to ask that. I'll say it outright. All of y'all are devils. All of y'all are devils. That's why you only resonate with devils. YP, pedestal, quick, fast in a hurry. Rashad Jamal, pedestal, quick, fast in a hurry. And if them seeds weren't split and y'all didn't feel like y'all were forced to choose a side because them niggas started beefing, y'all would have put both of them on the pedestal. Only reason why y'all don't do that is because if seeds were split and you had to, some people chose YP, some people chose Rashad Jamal. I'm watching everything. I see everything. But both of them are branch offs. Then you look out into this realm and say, what is changing? What's changing? Where's the power center? Give me one. Give me a power center right now. That's an area of interest that is changing around. What's a power center? Something that all of you can go to right now and be there. There's no power center. Tama Ray was a power center. People came from all over the world to visit Tama Ray. You understand? So here go the bottom line. You denied him. And then I said, okay, I'm going to give people the opportunity to rectify that. I came out a long time ago and said, you will not deny the master teacher. And then play like you understand what any of this is about. You won't do that. But they continue to deny him. And now I hear y'all saying his name because what? Rashad Jamal get hit with 2 counts of child molestation. First of all, before I continue, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not even going to allude to him being guilty. I don't fucking know. You want to know why I can stand on that? I stand on truth. I don't know. But y'all didn't give Malachi that benefit of the doubt. You didn't give him that benefit of the doubt. Which is weird because he had more works. He had more works that you could actually say maybe the government. Well, I think if George Bush signed off on the raid of Tama Ray, but you don't know about this because you didn't even look into who you fuck you talking about. I think if George Bush signed off on the raid, the president of the United States signed off on the raid of that 476-acre land, Sonny Perdue signed off on the raid. I think if these people got involved and had whole meetings and gatherings and celebrations about him being arrested or kidnapped, I think he might have been a threat. I think he might have been a threat. He might have actually been a threat to these people. I think if you had Sheriff Howard Seals, sitting outside of our compound, I was there, in the woods, stalking us, I think we might have been an area of interest. Not only were they stalking him from outside of what they called the compound, but they were stalking him outside his house in Athens. They were stalking. If you don't go take your ass to YouTube and type in Dr. York, The Untold Truth, so you can see how these military, state troopers, sheriffs, police officers coming from all out of the state, from Cali to LA, coming all in town, helicopters and everything swarmed to lock up one man outside of our land, right? With refrigerated vans, with body bags in them. You understand? I think if you go watch that, maybe you'll see what the fuck this girl would have actually been even saying when she said it's not the same. But she was saying it in a way that says what? That's why if you go watch the video, when she said, it's not the same situation as Malachi York. You're only saying that out of agitation. You're saying that because now you have to compare it. You're saying that because now you got to look. You're saying that because now you have to look. Now you have to pay attention. Now you have to see. And then when you look and see, it's like, how can you really compare? How can you really compare? You can't. So you go and watch it. I don't know what it seemed like you agitating people. You got to go. I don't even know what you said. You can't compare it. You understand that? So you go watch the Dr. York Untold Truth documentary on YouTube. You see everything that came together to make that happen. This was not some phone call from somebody baby mama or whatever the fuck the situation is. This wasn't just some one person gives an allegation. This wasn't that. It ain't about no did somebody shout him out. Pop said people was going to shout him out. He played him down too and capped. He capped. I know the video you referring to. He capped. Because in that same video, that same snippet, he was saying, just like how YP, he mentioned YP, then he mentioned himself, then he mentioned Malachi York, like they all the same. They like, you see, he ain't, well, everybody get these messages from the cosmos. Y'all niggas didn't get the messages from the cosmos. Y'all got the messages from his fucking books. Tell the truth. You didn't get no downloads. You got the shit from his books. Then he tried to play, he said, all right, the reason why I don't mention Malachi is because people ain't enlightened enough to hear about him. What? What? No, the reason why you don't mention Malachi is because when you mention Malachi and you point them toward the teachings, guess what happens? People say, bro, you're not on shit. You're not on shit. You can't even keep up fast enough to be on shit. If you brought somebody from anywhere from Syria, if you brought somebody from Sudan, if you brought anybody from Africa down here and said, talk to Malachi, he could talk to them in their language. He translated the books. He did all of this shit. Y'all been, we just speak English, y'all. Then got the nerve to think that we understand half the level of shit that this man understood and still understands. So, okay, it's not the same. For her meant that, what, Rashad he gonna get out. He is not the same. Rashad happens to be more powerful than Malachi. He gonna get out. Right? Malachi is in there for what? That's why I said, what do you mean by that? You don't understand what we're dealing with. And you don't know that Malachi himself said, he literally said, they're going to come for me. I could tell you what he said verbatim. He said, they're going to say, I don't like that man. He's too dangerous. Let's make some lies up on him. Let's make some lies up on him. Let's turn his people against him. Let's imprison him. And if we can, let's kill him because his own people won't help him anyway. And people will say, well, won't Allah step in and help you? And he said, did he step in and help John the Baptist? The answer will be no. He would not intervene at that point. He literally said they was coming for him. He said that. He said he would be at the mercy of the devil. So here go my thing. What the fuck you mean? You gonna pray him out? You gonna pray Rashad out? You gonna build spiritual barriers? Do y'all even know what y'all are dealing with right now? If you don't, let me explain something to you how this government works, because you're new. Anybody that got Rashad Jamal in their bio, they're investigating you. Which means you could be having a visit soon. Anybody who's coming out saying that we got to get Rashad out, they're taking that as a terroristic threat. They're not looking at it. And even if they know what you mean, they're not going to say it like that. They saying these people are conspiring against the government that has already passed a sentence and are trying to get him out. Ask me how I know. Because motherfuckers try to do that with Pops. They try to do that with Pops. Act like they just want to come get him through whatever law or spirituality, and they ran into the National Guard and the Army and everybody when they got up there. You understand? Y'all don't know the game you're playing. They didn't see Malachi York how they see these people out here. They don't look at these people out here like that. So then how is it, yeah, y'all got to chill. How is it that this person called Rashad could even be considered as a threat? How could he be one or considered one? Well, he didn't know what he was saying or what he was getting into. If you don't understand, there was a time where he posted on his Twitter about YP saying, yo, I hope the feds come lock you up. I hope the feds come lock you up for being what? Who remember? I see who remember if you were really paying attention. Who remember? Why did YP say he hoped the feds come lock Rashad Jamal up? This was about a month before Rashad Jamal got arrested. Because if you remember, they were back and forth with each other, making threats. You understand? Talking about pull up, drop the addy. It was all kind of, they were literally beefing. You ain't seen me beef with nobody. First of all, they won't say my name. He's not pushing Pop's message. You don't even know what the fuck. What was Pop's message? Watch you say some borderline shit like everybody wake up. You don't know what the fuck going on. You don't even know. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you right now. Black extremist. Black extremist. Let me pin it. Does anybody know how that ties into the FBI? Does anybody understand how that ties into the FBI today? Does anybody know what deems somebody a black extremist? Now, you could be standing outside with your homeboys just talking about, you know, the white man this, white man that. You can do that all day. I don't know if y'all can still hear me because it cut out. But you can complain about the white man, the man. Organizations, the Masons, you can do that all day. You talk about the black man is God amongst yourselves. When you have a platform, you can't do that. You can't do that. Why? Because when you say stuff like the white people are germs of this realm, or they're aliens and we're the guys of the planet, come in and just, at the first thing they hear, they just come in and get you. That ain't how they move. The moment you start setting up them trigger words, they start investigating. And what you think is investigation, you don't know the feds. Investigation means sending in people, infiltrators, agents. There's a man named Damien who was said to have committed a murder in Alabama, and they tied him to Rashad Jamal. If you don't understand what the fuck I just said, you don't know what you're dealing with. The nigga's name was Damien. Guess who explained to us who Damien was? Malachi. Told us how he appears. Why he was born when he was born. You don't know? Some of y'all probably just saw that name and got more. You were more focused on the fact that they were trying to tie to him, didn't even know the fuck to pay attention to the name. You didn't even know to pay attention to the fact that the murder was supposed to have been committed by sword. You don't know what that means. You understand? There's not much they can do about the spiritual shit unless you become a cult leader where they can classify you as a cult leader, which they have all the criteria. So if you meet this, you meet that. They got all the guidelines that say this person is a cult leader. And you have a cult following. Then they can say, okay, we can investigate it that way and put it out to the public this way. So if you don't know not to have people running behind you, worshiping you, what winds up happening is the people can be infiltrated. Then they can tie something to you. It's the same like a RICO. Same shit. What's the name of our movement? Somebody comment it. Somebody give me the name of what we're doing. If you know about who I am, if you've been walking, what is the name of this? What is it? There's no name. Y'all don't know what y'all are doing because you didn't pay attention. There's no name. Yeah, that Damien was spoken about. This is supposed to be the devil's son. One of the incarnates of Shaitan. There's no name for what we're doing. You understand? You don't sign up and pay to be a member. Do y'all know that all of this is what makes something a cult? No, Nuapu is not the name of what we're doing. There's no name. I just told you there's no name. Why? Because all we're doing is learning shit. And moving forward, bettering ourselves, taking care of our health. No spiritualization to it. No spooky to it. Get into the science. But if you realize cult is a break off of the word occult, which ties you to spirituality or the esoteric side. So most of the time where you realize they come for people, they attach something to it. When they came for Brother Polite, they attached Malachi to him. They said student of or son of Malachi York, even though it's not his son. Right? Son of Malachi York, charged with this. They attach something to it. They don't just say black man accused of. When you get a platform, it's different. It's different. So the bottom line is when young Pharaoh was dealing with him, and you have to remember young Pharaoh was teaching and speaking on and preaching on a lot of things that Rashad Jamal was teaching and speaking and preaching on. But then he switched it. You ever wonder why he did that? You ever wonder why he did that? Why did he switch? You ever wonder why at one point it was all about black people? You understand? The rest of these people are Edomites or, these Caucasians come from the Caucasus Mountains and all the borderline stuff. And then out of nowhere it just switched and stopped. For he teach all this stuff over there, his ideology, philosophies. What happened? What happened? I'm telling you what happened. So when YP told him, I hope you get arrested by the feds. I hope you get locked up by the feds, right? For being a black extremist. That's because either they told this man what the category was and how they could come for him and send him back out into your community, or he looked up on it. He read up on it. Somebody put him on to it and said, wait a minute, let me slow down. Let me slow down. I'm telling you why. They don't play about that black extremism shit. They do not play about that. So if you pay attention, I be trying to give y'all some shit when I say, hey man, y'all better stay away from all that pro-black shit. It's a business. The whole shit is a game. You understand? They can make you seem crazy at that point. You speaking on lizard people, all kind of shit, them folk gonna make you seem crazy. All right? So when I would tell people, hey, you getting your information from these people, that's fine. You don't even need them. You get information from everywhere. But if you get information from these people, that's fine. But then there's a game that started being played where people say, yo, I'm this. And I said, wait a minute. What? What? Like the nigga who was on the line said, I'm Melchizedek. Malachi York is impersonating me. What? You mean Malachi Zadok? He said Malachi York. You mean Malachi Zadok York L. When I say Malachi Zadok, it's in the name Malachi Zadok. Melchizedek is impersonating you, but you don't speak you don't even speak a lick of Hebrew. All right? You don't speak Arabia. You speak dead on English and can't even answer questions in English. He could answer questions in all of these languages. So they gave him the information. They gave him the information. How they gave him the information and he more advanced than them? more advanced than them. Your Pope is not multilingual. You understand? Haile Selassie didn't speak 19 languages. What are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? Then watch, here go the easier resolve. We don't need no more that's the easiest resolve. The easiest way is to say, okay, once soon as the truth come out with it, like, well, then forget everything. What? No, go back to the root, see where it started. Where did the problem start? The problem started on May 8th, 2002. That's where the problem started. Because from the moment of Malachi's arrest, everybody rushed to fill his position instead of just filling their own. Everybody trying to be the chief. Remember that? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Everybody trying to be the chief. We call him Chief Black Eagle. Right? There was a poem or a spoken word. And I was exposed to this when I was younger. It came from the brothers. Right? And it was, I prayed to the heavens, asked them to give me a sword so I could sever my demons and use their head as a reward. But a voice said, my child, wait, for it is not yet their fate. Just follow the chief and the rewards will be great. Too many times people Richard off in the wrong, using the name of your master, trying to get closer to the throne, going all about it wrong and digging the hole deeper, making it easier for those who trying to put the mission to sleep. But it can't stop. It won't stop. Even though we still got people trying to dethrone Pops. Chief Black Eagle, sit down with the black people. Malachi York, Atum Ray. Neither no come home, so to and new, I pray. Every night I lay with tears filled in my eyes, thinking about May 8th and I'm wondering why. Did it have to happen? I don't need to tell me who's. Blacks too, man, the devil was that powerful. But we got to shut it down. Chief will show you how. Your master Native Americans stand up. Our time is now. Right? Where he was explaining, yo, it's people still trying to dethrone Pops. You making the hole deeper. You making shit worse. You trying to be somebody that you're not. You're not him. Why couldn't y'all niggas just be yourself? Why did y'all have to lie? Y'all lied. You lied. That's why you had to stay spiritual. Because spirituality is easy. You can deceive people with spirituality. You don't got to prove shit. You don't have to prove anything. Y'all were lying. YP was never in touch with none of these beings. Rashad was never in touch with none of these beings. Y'all lied. And the way I know is when y'all would say certain things, I'm like, that's in the book. It ain't like you came to a certain realization and it was similar. And you were like, yo, I had this revelation. And I said, well, look, that's interesting. He said it this way. That's similar to that. Y'all were verbatim saying what the fuck he wrote. Verbatim. We are non-ether beings. Where you get that from? You know, Malachi got it from the cosmos. I got it from the cosmos. No. No. So far, we have to figure out where Malachi got it from. Maybe he got it from some extraterrestrials or high-level beings. Maybe not. But so far, that's who we got to figure out where he got it from, because that's who got all the shit. And y'all just copied it. So then, how y'all automatically know his name when Rashad got locked up? How now y'all know his name? For her to say, this ain't the same situation as Malachi York. You don't know what Malachi York's situation is, or you wouldn't have followed Rashad. You wouldn't be no fan, no person running behind that man, if you really knew what the fuck was going on right now. If you knew what was happening right now, you wouldn't have did that. But you did. So the only reason why y'all are mentioning him is because I brought his name out. I brought his name out. And it agitated y'all. And then other brothers who were watching, you had other brothers on TikTok who were watching and paying attention to me. They were saying, wait a minute. And they started talking about it. They went and looked. Some of the young dudes, I'm proud of them too. Because a lot of the young people will get active when you tell them something. They went and actually researched and read up on what I said. And they made videos. Some of the young brothers, like the 9 Mile, I can't remember. That might have been Sunrise Page. I can't remember who the young brother was. It was one of the young brothers that I saw specifically who came out and showed people where all of it was coming from. He was like, yo, this is coming straight from the Holy Tablets. And then I'm wondering why would y'all not look further after you see that? Why? I don't need, listen, it's fine. I see what you're saying. I don't need you to pay attention to me. I don't need you to pay attention to me. I need you to realize what's going on and stop being duped. Grow up, y'all. Grow up. You understand? These people haven't shown y'all no work. They haven't, but you keep shutting down. I saw Bedell speaking on Malachi. I seen Bedell speaking on Malachi. I can't say that I've seen Bedell step out like he him. All I see is him paying homage to the master. I see that. I told y'all what's going on. You shouldn't be confused. And if you brand new, let me tell you what it is. Anybody who ever denied him, it's up. It's up. You won't get away with that. You will not get away with that. Anybody who ever slighted him, right? Your time coming. I said it already 4 years ago. See, look, is it? Stop sagging your pants. You know, you have nothing. What do you have? You have nothing. I have on a thawb right now. I have on an Islamic attire. Do you know what a thawb is? Am I sagging this? But you just like a random person just wandering around waiting for the next leader to drag you. That's why I say I don't want you to pay attention to me. I'll be damned if people like you are out here following me talking about I'm some leader or some cult leader. I'll be damned if people like you are who they run up on and ask, tell us about Faise. I'll be damned. Leave. Walk away. This is not that. I was just having a conversation with my Umi. I said, damn, am I the only one who's not going to deny him? Am I the only one who's not going to deny him? What are y'all going to wait for? He passes away. He leaves. And then y'all say, this was the master. Y'all are weird. Y'all weird. Y'all weird. Then I'm listening to y'all. Do y'all be hearing yourself? Are y'all hearing the shit y'all saying? Now, before I move forward with that, let me make sure you see how unbiased I am. So you know this ain't no, cause it's Dr. York. The Nuwapians wasted time. The people who were coming up under Malachi and following him and others, they wasted time doing some of the same shit y'all finna do. Spiritualizing the arrest. They wasted time. And the motherfuckers who had a little more sense than the masses of them, they collected pledges and money. You know that's coming. If you don't know it's coming, you better be aware. Eventually it's going to be petitions and GoFundMes and all kinds of people going to try to milk y'all to say that they're going to get them out and they're going to make a lot of money off of you. And that's not how the system works. They're going to make a lot of money off of you. You understand? That's coming. The Nuwapians wasted time. I was there. So before you do what you're about to do, let me tell you how it's going to go. All right? If you don't have a powerful lawyer, or if there's no appeal process that goes through successfully, he won't get out until that time is served unless he has other programs that he enrolls in while he's in prison. But what's going to make it worse is, let me show you. This type of shit will make it worse. Where is it at? I tell you I've been watching. Where is it at? Let me see. This will make the situation worse. It's somewhere. I'll find it. Where is that? It's in here somewhere. Watch this. You see that comment right there? From a being called Red Chakra Pharaoh. What'd he say? When y'all trying to spin. If I can see that, they can see that. If I see that, your government see that. They have to. You got to be clueless to think that they don't. They say, oh, these people are planning on trying to spin to get them out. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this shit. Somebody say, let's do this shit. They see that. All I'm trying to give y'all is the game. This ain't gonna be no whole development. Like I'm gonna be on this whole Rashad Jamal case for days. What's done is done. And we not finished. There are more things that need to be brought forth. Conversations, names that need to be said. That's why when you saw me comment Remember, you have to deal with the fact that I wasn't raised as an average person. So I know certain sciences that you don't know, but I could tell it to you and explain to you what happens and why, especially when it comes to visuals and timing of those visuals. If you pay attention to this comment right here that I left on her page, it says, you mentioned Malachi York now, question mark, to say, quote unquote, it's not the same situation. Y'all still don't understand. Clearly, y'all still don't understand. If you look at this, you will see a magic wand in the bottom right corner. All right. To the top left, you see a brain with chains on it. And you see the words, wake up. You understand? All of this means something. But what does it mean? Because now you're saying this name, but you had 21 years to let people know who the fuck you talking about. All of you, not just this person on the screen. You got to know better than that. I spoke on some of everybody. You can't think I done pick some random person. None of this is random. You've had 21 years and you left him there. You left him there. You left him. Why did y'all do that? And then you mention him just to mention him off the humbug, but then you act like you've surpassed him. Why did y'all do that? So now what are we supposed to do? We supposed to feel bad? Some of y'all same people who didn't give Malachi York the benefit of the doubt, you wouldn't do it for nothing, even with all of the evidence pointed toward it being not true. There's evidence, not just assumption. There's evidence of collusion. There's evidence of collaboration and cooperation. There's evidence of people being granted immunity. There's evidence of it. Evidence. Telegram messages, everything that shows what happened. And you never gave him the benefit of the doubt, the one who did all the works. But now this person get hit with something, and what we supposed to do? How you want us to feel? Let me know. What are we supposed to feel about this situation? I'm supposed to care. When y'all left the master in there? No, same thing I said to Brother Polite when he was like, he ain't doing this no more because his own people came against him and they, they treated him wrong. Like, nigga, you should never stepped your ass up like you understood what the fuck you was getting into then. You should never stepped your body ass up. What do you mean? You never heard persecution of the leaders? He explained what'll happen. You never read the Bible? They explained what'll happen. So no, don't try to paint it no type of way. Let it be what it is. Somebody got charged with something. Whatever the situation is, they either guilty or they not guilty. You weren't there. You don't know. Don't try to act like the ancestors have anything to do with him about to get out or none of that. Don't try to act like you know any of the shit you're talking about. That's why when she say spiritual barriers, I'm like, what the fuck is this lady talking about? You don't even know what you're talking about. All you know, as soon as you said Malachi's name, you had to get up and start moving around. You better watch out. You better watch out. As soon as you say his name, you got to get up and start moving around. You better watch out. You better watch out. I know you don't understand. People in the nation don't understand. But you better watch out. The name come out your mouth. This is different. This is not the same situation as Malachi York. Malachi's York. Then you get up. You're moving around. Now you don't even know what you're saying. Let's build spiritual barriers. Let's think. Let's grow the energy. Let's forget all that talking. Let's talk. What? No. Y'all got to stand down. The illusion is shattering. Don't you see? The illusion is shattering. And I know what you're going through, so let me empathize with you and sympathize with you. I know what you're going through because you're like, how could the ancestors let this happen? Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about when you say the ancestors. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Somebody gave you that because they didn't want to say God. God was already a spell that was used to put people under. All right? And because these people were supposed to come and break you from that spell, because they were supposed to come break you from that spell, they can't use the same words. They got to use different words. So now they got to use the ancestors. Now they got to use our galactic parents and fathers and the star people. And y'all, come on now. Then, interestingly enough, you pulled up the Matrix movie. You pulled up the Matrix movie. You don't even know why you did that. Why did you do it? Don't you understand that the Agent Smith is the FBI? It is the CIA. Don't you understand that the FBI from the Men in Black is the CIA and FBI for real? The Men in Black from Men in Black is the FBI. Don't you understand that? Didn't I break down that for you? I even showed you how the bug, the one who turned into the bug, his name was Edgar, as in J. Edgar Hoover. You still don't get what's happening here? No. You don't just break out of them cells. They have different things set up if they come for somebody that is really an ascended master. That's why Melekot is an ADX. ADX, Ad Max. At most maximum security that they could find in this realm. They put them there. Why though? Frequency, sirens around him, tones around him. When I went, they said, don't say that. Blockages. You don't know what you're dealing with. But it's interesting that y'all will go for the prototype branch offs. But y'all won't even pay attention to the one that opened this whole door for you. He opened the whole door for you. Before there was understanding, there was overstanding. He opened that door for you. What do you mean? What do you mean? So y'all know he in prison, you ain't making no noise? But you want us to make noise for Rashad? For what? For what? So when I said, why the fuck would I? If you were watching, 2 days before they let the sentence out, I posted a video on my page of me jumping into some water. What is you doing? I don't get it. I'm confused. One day, maybe one day you'll understand. I posted a video of me jumping into some water. And the audio behind the video said, why the fuck would I scream free Rashad Jamal? He wasn't screaming out free Doc. And there was a second part that said, why the fuck would I follow 19 Keys? That part of us still locked. Niggas done got in their feelings because I've been revealing that they ain't on shit but guap. But them niggas just market it different and y'all get a ticket to listen to niggas just talk. And that ain't it. Fast forward 2 days, almost 3 days, you get a message, 1617167. But you didn't pay attention to the fact that was breaking down 7 for the past week. I was breaking down Shiva. I was breaking down Shiva. I was breaking down Shiva. And I kept drawing this emblem. I posted up about, I gotta show you because y'all know everybody don't understand. See me. I'm trying to put you on. That's all. Let me show you. I put up a post, and it was brief, where you saw this, right? If you were paying attention, I tell you, pay attention to everything I post. It was this. It was the number 7 days. The video that people were speaking about, this one, where I said Masonic secret, right? The woman equals God. And I broke down. You said he messing with the live. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I don't know why it's messing up. But I broke down how that emblem right there is a 6-pointed star. Right? if you remember. And I also, if you go watch it so you don't have to take my word for it, I explained that the Ma was the water. And I made a mention of submerging yourself in a body of water. This all happened right in front of you. Some of you call sleight of hand. I call it the sight of hand. Did you even watch the hand? Did you pay attention? Because when you watch the hand, you know which direction to look. What direction do you look in when the hand moves right? How many people know? What direction do you look in when the hand moves right? You look left. I used to teach the pharaohs this in high school, where I said, yo, if they say look right, run left. I ain't worried. The message is getting out anyway. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've already said this before I went live. I just didn't say it. You go left or you look left. Okay? So, exactly, misdirection. I learned that from adepts when I was younger. I learned that from adepts. Okay? So, what is this emblem that I draw when we get on this live to talk? What's the emblem? 6-pointed star, which is the Masonic emblem, which the G in the center is a sacred number, which is associated with a sacred letter. And that sacred letter is what? G. Okay, people didn't just say 16 years, though. What else did they say? They said 20 years of parole. 1 plus 6 plus 2 is what? 1 plus 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. What's 1 plus 3 plus 5? The sentence that they gave Malachi. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. Listen, Judas wanted to be Jesus until that 9th hour. I'm going to say it one more time. Judas wanted to be Jesus until that 9th hour. And when Judas betrayed or betrayed Jesus, I'm speaking in parables. All right? What wound up happening if you read my book, Did Jesus Really Die for Our Sins? According to the Gospel of Barnabas, what wound up happening? There was a great wonder. That's what they called it. The great wonder. How many wonders of the world? 7. There was a great wonder that took place. A great work. A magnum opus that they said Allah or God did that turned Judas to Jesus. And Judas was the one who got up on that cross. This is what we call a dark hour because people don't know what time it is. If it's a dark hour, you don't know what time it is. And this live is to just say, wake up, snap out of it. Okay? Let me tell you what time it is. All right? The illusions will be shattered. I said it. The illusions will be shattered. The illusion will be shattered. Let me tell you something. If he would have walked out, there would still be a war. There would still be a war. Because now you have to deal with me. Out here. We lost time. And y'all think I'm finna lax. We already lost time. 21 years. Let me tell you something. Y'all better not sit and let Rashad Jamal be in prison for 16 years and just sit and wait for him to get out. If this is who y'all say y'all looking up to, and that makes no fucking sense. And I can say that because this is what the Nuwapians did to Malachi. We lost 21 years. And now I'm only asking all of you, why did you deny him? You're being asked that. You're being asked, why was it not your purpose to make sure that not only people knew who that was, as a part of the fucking history? For one, it's like this just happened. This is a part of the story that we're living out. You didn't want people to know who that was. And you tried to play like it was because of the allegations. And so all of the ones you were looking up to, from your Nature Boys, Brother Polites, and all of them, get hit with similar allegations. Yet you have yet to shut them down. You gave them, I watch people give these people the benefit of the doubt, say it's another black leader that they're trying to tear down. And now Rashad Jamal get hit with something, and you trying to say it's the government. But when it came to Malachi, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. Why? That's the big question. Why? Why did you do that? And now, because you're so far behind, I have to let you know, okay? There is no threat to the government out here. There is no threat. There's no threat. They categorize people as black extremists, that's a fact. And because of the counterintelligence program still being very much in effect, regardless of what they tell you, they can't come for you for that. But they got different ways they'll come for you. But there's no threat to the government. Okay, so kill it. Stop that. Now you have to see, well, they said, well, that's the last one we got to worry about. They said Malachi was the last one they got to worry about. 21 years have passed, y'all. I done heard y'all speak on Agenda 2030. That's from the Holy Tablets. Okay? You're less than 7 years away from 2030. Let me ask you to ask these people a question who say that they in tune. What is to take place, not just in 2030, but before we get there? What's to take place? What will happen? What will happen? What's going to happen before we get to 2030? And what will happen in 2030? What's going to happen? Then I'm paying attention. It's like, do y'all really know? Like when he's saying stuff like they got a fire in Mali. You know what I mean? You better be cautious of the forces you did. This sounds so familiar. This sounds so familiar. Because I can play for you a song where the brothers was speaking on how all these different things was happening when Malachi got locked up. I can show you that. Let you hear it. You feel what I'm saying? Songs like for Malachi Duck, Zombies put a crush, for Judas we put a hex. Now here come the ancient ones. Learn to protect their necks when it's coming from above. Pops the wrong one. Wrath's about to come. Songs. I grew up listening to them. You understand? What they say, all of a sudden NASA discovered lost crafts coming through the solar system. Better release them. You feel me? What is this? It's a game? That's what it is? No, y'all. Stop being fooled. Y'all shouldn't have did that to him. I ain't gonna let you live it down. I keep trying to tell y'all it's not over. If you go listen to that pop song, I said, we got all these impersonators try to kick it, but bitch, ain't nobody succeeded him. And I started off by saying, I don't know how the hell folk think they just gonna be able to forget about the master teacher and think everybody was just gonna let that shit happen and roll over. Right? I said, not this one. The whole world gonna know. So she would have never been posted if she never would have mentioned Malachi's name, which means you were supposed to be posted, meaning your card is now on the table. This is your card. What you gonna do? This your card. What are you gonna do? It's on the table. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Y'all internet spiritual. Watch your mouth. You don't know why we call him Baba Yanun, do you? Watch your mouth. When I said in the Survive song, why you think we call Malachi Baba? You ain't pay attention to that shit, do you? Let me tell you something. If you watching me, you better watch all angles. Because I'm watching you, I'm watching all angles. You better go listen to the songs. You better go see what's up. If you watching me, trying to see what I'm doing. Because everything ain't been said on no live. And I don't save lives. I save lives, but I don't save. You know what I'm saying? So you say his name, and I heard you. Okay, so I posted you. And now there's different angles that you're finna have to deal with for that. Spiritually. You got to deal with that. And for everybody else, let me tell you, like I told everybody else, watch your mouth when it comes to Malachi York. Because he ain't here by himself. He not here by himself. Watch your mouth. What'd I say? I said, if he in prison, okay, everybody finna be in prison. Y'all don't want to help him? Okay, watch. You don't got to help him. I said it. You don't got to help him. That's cool. See, look, Malachi ain't the one. Marcus Garvey. Malachi's still here. Marcus Garvey ain't here no more. So you would acknowledge Marcus Garvey, which is fine. We acknowledge Marcus Garvey. But you ain't going to acknowledge him? The one who here? That is weird. Y'all finding every reason not to just be like, yo, bro, we messed up. We messed up, y'all. We wasted time. We got to get this right. We got to get this right. Malachi York is alive. And did the works. I know all about Marcus Garvey. Stop playing. That's how I know what the nigga, Dr. Umar Johnson, trying to be the remix version of him. I know all about it. Stop playing. Yeah, Marcus would have gave acknowledgement to Malachi. Maybe. I know all about that. I know about the original PPP before it became a loan. We studied that. We go all the way back to the 1920s and beyond. We studied it. That's why Umar Johnson ain't nothing but just a remix of that. And what did Umar Johnson do? Slighted Malachi York. Talking about that was cool, but we need more than just religion. What? He didn't teach just religion. He taught everything you teaching. Beyond what you teaching. That's why this shit gotta go beyond just teachings. A lot of time has been wasted, y'all. A lot of time has been wasted. You understand? So, all I can say is, just keep watching. Just keep watching. Then, I was watching y'all. I see y'all. A lot of y'all do subliminal shit, and I know you on here because you gotta be on here. Fuck you think? You gotta be here. The fuck? I don't mention you so you don't be here. You ain't gonna show up on your account, but I know you here. I see you. Y'all do this little slick shit like you sneak off in the corner like we can't see what you're doing. Y'all coming out and say, I see people sliding through people comments and say, just wait till he get out. The real God is coming home. Y'all screaming free him. But you never would say free Doc. I know you don't even get why I'm saying that. You think it's just about letting somebody out of prison. No, you're going through a test. Your whole realm is being tested. The fuck? How we gonna move forward and don't even realize what the fuck is going on? I'm humble before nobody but the Lord. You should know that if you with all them sevens behind your name. And for your name to be Rasha, I'm humble before nobody but Allah. Source. Humble before nobody but Source. And if Source humble me, that Source humble me. That was supposed to happen. Fuck, I'm gonna be humble before some people. Well, we wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Wasting time. Hack a cat. Wasting. You know what I mean? Roberto, I see you. So no, I'm not trying to hear it. Watch your mouth. Don't bring him up. Don't mention him now. Don't say his name now. Nah. Don't do that. Watch y'all motherfucking mouth. Deal with the delusion that you got to deal with. That's fine. But you deal with that delusion in your own corner. Don't bring him into it now. Don't act like you know now. Because you didn't know. Don't act like you know now. You don't fucking know. You don't know. None of y'all don't know, remember? Stay like that. Stay like that. But the whole world will know. The whole world is going to know the truth. And And ain't nobody moving without, what? You got it backwards. You go look up Dr. York 7 Thunders. Because I got to go back in the house. That son on it. You know what I mean? Y'all wasn't, that wasn't right. Y'all didn't do that right. Y'all didn't do this right. We didn't do this right. We really need a reset. We really need a do-over. We need a do-over. And I need to not be a toddler when he get locked up. I need to not be a toddler when Pop get locked up. If that happens, we need a do-over. We need a rerun. Because y'all wasted time. Yeah, it's peace, love, and light. I just want to know that it's war, too. It's war. It ain't just that. It's war. It's war. So, y'all all right. Deal with your delusion. Deal with your delusion. Because that's all that's finna happen. Y'all finna be delusional about this shit. It ain't gonna hit and it ain't gonna dawn on you what the fuck going on yet. You ain't even gonna get it. But don't come running behind me trying to act like I'm some leader either. Or some cult leader. Because I am a leader. That's gonna happen regardless. I was born that. But don't be trying to run and look for another one. You better wake up for yourself now. Wake up for your damn self and realize what the fuck is going on. You wasting time. Waking up ain't about no conspiracy theories. Waking up ain't about just some TikTok videos that you can just push up. Waking up is like, you ain't in control of your realm. What you finna do about it? You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I know what y'all going through. And I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers like, bro, we don't get it. I keep trying to explain it to you, but you denying it. You denying it. I keep saying, how you gonna look at all these people and not acknowledge the master? You doing it wrong. You doing it wrong. And he's still sitting in prison. And he been in there for 21 years. That's the wrong way. You did not go about this the right way. I don't understand why y'all won't do that. Just do that simple thing. Watch things start changing in our realm. If you gonna get a platform, let motherfuckers know who reached the highest point amongst us. I don't have no problem with you being no teacher. I don't got no problem with you getting no money. Why are we denying the only motherfucker who reached that point? Why are we denying them? And then try to act like that's going to be all right. No, that ain't. All right, so that's just a brief synopsis. We'll be back. That's a brief breakdown of what the fuck really going on. That's just brief. When I come back, I'll explain more. But don't say his name. Do not mention him unless you're going to bring light to him. You cannot slight him in any way, shape, form, or fashion, or you will be called forth. This is nothing different than what I said to all them other niggas. This ain't nothing different than what I was explaining to Hocus 4/5. This ain't nothing that you will be called forth. Don't mention him unless you bring it